Hi, Sawyer Bean. Well, today we are going to read Pecos Bill. So follow along while I read to you. So I want you to try to read along with me, okay? We're going to start on page 6. So turn to this page in your book. Here we go. Young Bill. Pecos Bill was born into a family that liked wide open spaces. He had lots of brothers and sisters, 16 or 17 at least. They all lived in East Texas. The land there was so wide that the sun spent the whole morning crossing from one side to the other. But then one day, some new neighbors moved in. They were 50 miles away, but that was still too close. "It's getting crowded around here," said Bill's father. "You're right," his mother said. "Feels like people are looking over your shoulder." So they loaded up their wagon and headed west. It was a pretty bumpy ride. Bill liked to sit way at the back, bouncing up and down. Sometimes the bumps came quicker than snorts from a hungry hog. One day they crossed the Pecos River. Bill was leaning out a bit too far, and a bump knocked him clear out of the wagon. Bill so enjoyed taking such a tumble that he forgot to cry out, and no one else noticed what had happened. Except the coyotes. They came sniffing around soon enough, snapping and growling. They expected Bill to be scared silly, but Bill wasn't scared at all. The biggest coyote snarled right at him, showing 2 rows of sharp teeth. Bill only laughed and snarled right back. The coyotes were impressed, so they adopted Bill into their pack. They taught him their secrets, like how to scratch behind his shoulder and the best way to howl at the moon. The coyotes always traveled together, but every now and then Bill went out exploring by himself. One day a cowboy came along. Bill was wrestling a couple of grizzly bears. "Need any help?" the cowboy called out. "Not really," said Bill, "but I'm happy for the company." He gave the bears a particularly fierce look, and they bounded away. "I bet you've never seen a coyote take on 2 bears before," said Bill. "I still haven't," said the cowboy. "What do you mean?" asked Bill. "Well," said the cowboy, "you're not a coyote. You're a human being, same as me." Bill shook his head. "I've got fleas," he said, "and I howl at the moon." The cowboy shrugged. "If that's all it takes to be a coyote, then almost everyone I know would be one too." "Besides," the cowboy added, "if you're a coyote, where's your tail?" Now Bill had never looked for his tail. He had just assumed it was there. But now that he did look, it was plain enough that he didn't have one. "What do you know?" he said in surprise. Maybe he was a human being after all.